Okay then, back with the Wiz. Where are we now? It's Saturday the 8th of June in 2024. Yeah, a couple of things today really. One is I've started loading demos like this onto the dedicated demo site Practice Makes Profit. No response to that whatsoever so far. But the build was was really slow with pattern betting. Not, I think, as slow as with this one, but we'll see where it goes anyway. The other thing is that I added another one of Mr. Handpay's blackjack sessions to the model, to the pattern betting model, and I don't know, I'm just struggling to understand exactly what these gambling channels on YouTube are all about as a cultural phenomenon or whatever. I mean, it's just so. I mean, do these folks who are doing this actually believe that they're helping people? Is that, is it altruistic? Is that what they're going to say? I would say it's more likely to be for the money. I could understand that more easily, really. Oh, that was jammy. Add another one. Oh, bugger. Oh, that should have been a repeat. Too late. 3, 4, third. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think it's right to guess that, they've each got around 500,000 subscribers each. And I think it's safe to assume, that they're shared subscribers. They're not, it's not 1.5 million people watching 3 different channels. They're all the same. The channels are all doing basically the same thing. And so I think we can safely assume that the people are subscribing to all 3. Where am I? Got to be repeat that, hasn't it? Alright, minimum. But I mean, nobody's going to be discouraged from gambling by watching those things. It's going to be the opposite, and that's what the casinos know and are banking on, 2, 3, third. Back to the min. It's just so insane. And they all play so badly. That's the other thing that gets me. I mean, they play like idiots. I mean, maybe that's part of the plan too, it's just 1, 2, third. That was lucky. Back to the min. Not making much progress here, but then I'm nattering as usual. Double for the loss. Repeat. Double down. That was good. So we were really slow, cracking 1,000 there. Double for the loss, excuse me. Amazing, I'm staying awake. That looks to me like a double for the tie. To 3, third again. 5, 3, drop. Double down. 7, 3. 8, 3. 8, 3 it is. 11, 6, second. Better make this 11-12 now, thanks to the tie. Oh boy. That was sad. That was mean, Mr. Wiz. Very mean indeed. All we can do is repeat it. 23-12, so that's 2.5, 1.5, drop. Damn. 3.5, 1.5. 3, 1.5. Oh! 4.5, 3, pardon me. 4.5, 3, yeah. 7.5, 6, third. Boy. 14, 6. Getting into really, really sticky country now, aren't we? 14, 6, drop, and the drop has to be 3,000. 14, 6. 8, 6. No, I'm wrong there, aren't I? 5. Oh dear, I think I've buggered this up. Well, I think that double down saved the day, but I think without it I'd have been screwed. I think I miscounted there somewhere along the way. Anyway, back to the minimum, and yes, I know, maybe it wouldn't be possible at the same table, doesn't matter. Come on, people. Get with the program. Add another one. Getting some squeakers here. And there's a non-squeaker. Repeat that one. Okay, so that's 2, 3, third. Don't believe that up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're kidding me, wizard. Puh! Was that 2, 3, third? Yeah, I think so. 5, 3, drop. 5, 3 it is. Two, 3. All right, we made 3,000 in 9 minutes, which is not terrible, but boy, we had to put some money down, didn't we? And that's called the whole point. I think everybody should be getting that by now. You got to have the money to make the money. Bugger! Okay, that's 3, 4, I think, but I'm not sure. 7, 4, drop. 9, 4. 9, 4. 13, 4. Well, that time it worked. We won 4 there, so we'll call that 9, 4. 13, 8 second. 21, 16 third. Oh dear. 21.16, so that's 4 1.5 drop, so the drop has to be 1,000 again, I think. 4 1.5. This is hard work, this lot. Uh, 3 1.5. 4.5 3, so let's call that 5 3 now. So now we're on 2 3. 5 6. Bloody hell, I mean, that was rude, wasn't it? Doing a lot of that, Wiz. 5 6. 11 12 thirds. Damn it. Oh boy. 11 12 thirds, so that's 35 25, which is gonna have to be, that's the drop, 35 25. Oh bloody hell. 45 25. 45 25, and the drop was what? Was okay, so that's 25. 25. Does that make sense? Uh-oh. It's going to have to be 25 30, I think. $55. So what we have to do now is we have to go to a higher rent table. So we're plus 49,400 on one side and minus 100,000 on the other. And just note, by the way, that obviously in real play I would have run away from this a long time ago, but I'm kind of committed to having to stay here. So 45 25. No. 25 30. Okay, so now we're at 55 60, and I've got to reset. So this is a turnaround bet, isn't it? That ain't gonna work. Oh yes it is. Okay. So, alright, well, again, the lesson is, hey, you gotta have money to make money. Alright, so minus 100,000, so we're 200,000 down, and we're 100. Oh God! This bloody mouse of mine is something else that drives me crazy. I don't know if you can see those drop downs or not. Okay, so we got plus 209,000 over there, and minus 200,000 over there. So we have made 9,000 after risking a bloody fortune. What was it, 55 60? Yeah, it was 55 60. So we've only made about 10%, maybe less than that, 9% maybe. But the most important thing is we're back in the game, and I'm just going to fall back because I'm not at a full 2 shoes worth of time. I'm going to drop back. And you know, I mean, I know loads of people are going to look at this and they're going to say, well, you couldn't do that. You just couldn't do it. Well, of course you could do that. If you've got tons of money, if you've got legs, if you can walk from one casino to another, or if you've got a text connection with somebody else who's betting at a different casino in the high roller room rather than whatever, you know, the possibilities are endless. Just go and check with that guy Don Johnson who made 12 million. I mean, do you think that he didn't go through risk exactly like this to make his 12 mil? And of course they never tell you about the money he lost. Never tell you about that. Double down. Okay. +1 for the win. Yeah, he apparently is the flavour of the month, Don Johnson, right now. Because they don't have your Kerry Packers to go on about anymore, so I think they invent new ones. I think that's what it's about. That's a repeat, isn't it? Okay, so we got away with that. Made 100. That's going to be repeat. Yeah, I'll go to 21 minutes and then I'll stop. That's got to be 2-3, is it? Third. Double down. Yep. Okay. That was a cheeky one, wasn't it? Add 1 for the win. Add 1 for the win. Well, bugger you then, mister. Okay, so that's 2-3 third. That's good. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, this myth that the casinos like to encourage, which basically says that you can make money betting randomly against random outcomes on a small bankroll. And small is a relative term, obviously. You know, I mean, if you're like Jason Bulkey, Mr. Handpay, then you've got hundreds of thousands at your disposal, certainly tens of thousands. I mean, he's constantly showing videos in which he wins 25, 30, 50,000 at those silly slot machines, and everybody knows nobody wins at those damn things. Where you do win, if you've got a channel like that with 600,000 subscribers, is you make lots and lots of dough from Mr. Google. Where was I? I think that's like 3-4 third, isn't it? I'll take that. Maybe I'll play this to the end. +1. Uh, 51 second. 2-3 third. 5-3 drop. 7-3. 7-3 it is. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. All right, minimum. Double for the loss. Repeat it. I don't believe that. Well, that was a dealer catch, wasn't it? That was a thing that make the wizard proud. All right, back to the min. Bugger you, mister. 1 2/3. And we're back to the min. Blimey. Double for the loss. Repeat. Double down. Just made that one. Back to the min. +1 for the win. +1. +1. +1 to the max. Oh, another dealer catch. Repeat that, that's the max, that's as high as we go. Split those. We're doing well right now, aren't we? Okay, well the next one that we lose, we'll just eat it. And there it is, back to the min. +1 for the win. Cheeky! Oh. Okay, 1 2 we'll call it. What the heck? Okay, back to the minimum. +1 for the tie. Double for the tie is what I meant to say. 51 second. Repeat it. Split them. Double down. Stand. Where the hell am I now? 125? Damn it. I mean, this one is going our way, isn't it? You know, no doubt now. 3/4 second. 7/8 third. Me and my big mouth, honestly, 7/8 third. Oh, look at that! Can you believe it? 15. So 1.5, 1 drop. Well, I'm certainly not going to stop at 1.5, 1. So. What we need is now, it is 1.5, 1, so it's still 1.5, 1, isn't it? Oh! 2.5, 2. Four and a half, 5. Okay, so we're back in trouble, aren't we? I've got to play on until I get out of this. 4.5, 5, so that's 9.5, 5, which is dropped to 2,000. So 9.5, call it 10, 5. So that's 8, 5. I don't think so. Okay. 8, 5, 13, 10. Second. 23. Well, I better make it 25. 23, 25, third. Oh! Oh dear. 48.25, which is 48.25 drop. Uh, 58.25. Oh, you bitch. Sorry, pardon me. 58.25. 58.25. 33. I better call it 33.35, I guess. No, that's not right, is it? Because we were at 160 something. So I think I'm going to have to bet. I'm doing my sums wrong here. It's ever since I stopped writing things down in my notebook. That's a bitch. All right. So we came out ridiculously well off after that, because we've got 76,300 here and 49,400 from the other place. So I'm not going to suggest to anybody that this is representative of a real game. Only all that I'm trying to do is to demonstrate that if you stick with the program, if you have the money, and if you take full advantage of the availability of options in a place like, for instance, Las Vegas or Macau, or one of those places with multiple casinos, multiple tables, and especially if you can work with 2 or 3 people you trust, you can easily put this strategy into practice and make the most of differing spreads, different minimums, maximums, table limits, whatever, and you can come out at the end of it with a profit in the order of what I theoretically just made here. I mean, sort of, I know I'm sort of like talking about it, and what I should be doing is just, oh, for fuck's sake, bloody thing. Just have to sort of look at it, and it mucks me up. 76,300 plus 49,400. No, it's 176. No, it's not, because I'm not worrying about the 100,000 there. Okay. So that's 715 and 11, 12, 125,700. So I made not that much, 25,700 in 28 minutes, and the risk was high. Total exposure was in the region of 120,000, I think. I would need to run this through the model to be absolutely sure, and the transcription process is just too much faff. It's just too much, I mean, if I were challenged or if I were paid to do it, and this will always stay on the record, then I'd be happy to do that. But it just requires so much time, and the lesson is there for anybody who is willing to pay attention. You cannot beat random outcomes with random betting. What we had through this past 28 minutes or whatever is strategic betting, following the strategy absolutely to the letter, except where I fucked up, which I did a few times, and there's no doubt about that, but nothing desperately serious. And mistakes are a part of the process. It's a terrible thing to say, but nobody, especially in a casino environment with all that noise and that stress and pressure and all the rest of it, is going to avoid mistakes. So I just say fold them into the mix, like into the dough. It's all part of the loaf. It helps it rise. It helps it, sort of the whole whatever. But that's what we're dealing with here, is the realities of life, playing against these games of chance. and yeah, um, yeah, 20. I think I only won 25,700, but anyway, I think there was about 10 times that amount. No, not 10 times, 5 times that amount at risk. But you know, it simply is a matter of having a bloody great bankroll and belief, you know, trust in the strategy. And if you watch enough of these demos, I'm particularly intrigued by the data that's accumulating on Baccarat. And Baccarat is the game where the money is anyway, you know, I mean, huge amounts of money. Trouble is, of course, you go into a place like Macau and you think there's a good chance of getting a knife between your ribs. That may be unfair because most of Macau is run and owned by Americans, so maybe it's safe. I don't know. I really have absolutely no idea, but it's part of, I suppose it's part of the whole sort of like pirate theme thing, you know. I just read a novel about the early days of Portuguese occupation of Macau and British occupation of Hong Kong. And it's all quite fascinating and very seedy, very dangerous, very bloody, frightening, really. Anyway, enough of that. 31 minutes, time for me to shut up. I'll catch you next time.